Hello, everyone out there that loves motorcycles, or you're thinking about purchasing a motorcycle. Okay, this doesn't apply to people that are financing a motorcycle. Okay, because when you finance a motorcycle, you need to get comprehensive coverage, your collision, and your liability before that motorcycle can allow you to take possession of that particular motorcycle. Okay, I'm also speaking in reference to Texas. Not any other state but Texas. What it is, I'm retired, I'm older, I've got some money built up in my savings, enough to where I can pay a good lump sum of money for a good motorcycle. I've already checked with 5 dealers, and I found 3 good Harley Davidsons that I wanted to buy. One is a 98 dyna 1340. I love it. Walkout price $6,544. That's with TT&L. Great buy. Another one was a 2004 Fat Boy Harley. Walkout $5,881. It was so cheap because of the high mileage, 85,000, but it was a good engine. And I know how to work on them, on the big twin Harley engine, so it wouldn't have been a total loss if I would have had to have rebuilt that engine, being that bike. The Kelly Blue Book on it is $8,500 on an 04 Fat Boy in excellent condition. Okay, and several other motorcycle dealerships. One's in Pasadena, close to me. I live in Houston, Texas. But remember, this is speaking for cash buyers. But here's the problem. I'm a cash buyer, but then I'm supposed to go in here and give them a cashier's check. Like, let's talk about the one at the dealership, the Dyna Lowrider 1998 Harley 1340. All right. $6,544 is the total tax, title, and license on that vehicle. Initial price $5,995, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but then before I can take possession of this motorcycle, this motor vehicle that would then be mine, I have to allow them to have their state vehicle inspector do a state inspection on it. And then I also have to have proof of insurance faxed to them or delivered to them for liability insurance, in my case, being that it's a cash purchase. Okay, now hold it a damn minute here. I'm paying cash, but then I have to sit there and wiggle around and fidget in a chair because they won't do the inspection on the vehicle till I give payment to them. And their state inspector could come back and say, oh man, the anti-lock brake system is faulty, the tires are good, but they're outdated, da-da-da-da-da. Okay, on a Harley Davidson, or even some, foreign motorcycles. Hey people, even on a 98 Dynaflow, that could turn into $2,000. I mean, even though the bike ran good, when you start dealing, or they could just lie and be a crook, it would be up to me to prove them wrong. All right, but then if I file a civil lawsuit, my item that I just paid $6,500 for is still going to be in their possession at their dealer location. And I'm not going to have possession. And then, okay, you've got the insurance company. If they decide to screw around all day, well, we'll get back to you. oh, we found a problem on your driving route. You're going to have to pay an additional down payment, but you know, we need to check out some other things. Our lady is out today. She had to take her mother to the hospital. You know, this could be an Allstate agent, a Farmers, Progressive, blah, 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 you know. Okay, so that means after I've paid them cash for this motorcycle, these two entities are hovering above me before I can take possession of this motorcycle. Now, wait a minute. Let's take their state inspection to where that they have to, on their own accord. I can't go have it inspected. They have to do it themselves. This person that inspects for them, hey, just because a person has a state motor vehicle inspections license to do inspections, this person can be a liar and a scammer, and it's still going to be up to me to prove that. This is all wrong. There's a motorcycle right now, the one I just told you about, the dyna. I'd love to have it. And guess what? I can afford. I could go to my bank right now at Bank America and get a check, a cashier's check for $6,544, and I could go pay them. But I'm not going to do it. You know, when I ask them, say, well, if it passes the inspection, well, it should, it looks okay. No. In this life, it's not based on trust. Furthermore, cash is king. Now, if you're financing, that's a horse of a different color. You know, and not only that, but the financier, the financial institution, they will go to bat for you if the dealer seller tries to pull any maneuvers. So, but when you're the cash buyer, you've got to be your own lawyer, your own cop. You know, you've got to be all those things for yourself. And any civil action that you have to do, it's timely. Even if you win, it's timely. And you're not going to have possession of that item you paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for. And that is why I've already turned down 3 good deals. 3 good Harleys. You know, the Fat Boy, the Dyna, and another one was in Lamarck, Texas, about 24 miles south. It's a 2003 Harley Davidson Sportster 883, a good one. It's the anniversary edition, 2003 for 100 years. It's got the decals on the bike, 15,000 miles, nice looking. The bike only $34.95. I could have easily paid cash for that. But the same BS, people. You know, I mean, they won't do the title transfer until I use some insurance agent. You know, and I can get insurance easy. I've already called my own insurance company. You know, and they gave me a price, $144 a year for liability. Another one, $77 a year. But, you know, here's the thing about it. Cash is king. If I pay cash for an item, that seller has no right to keep my purchased item on their premises at their location and refuse to give it to me, or refuse to transfer my title until I show them proof of insurance, or their crooked Texas State Motor Vehicle Inspector gives them a vehicle inspection certificate. That's bullshit. You know, cash is king. You know, it's like the old saying, money talks, bullshit walks. And there's something else very crooked going on, man. Very, very crooked. I may be wrong, but, you know, I went to look at a Sportster. It was a 1200 custom lowrider. It was a fair price. It's a little higher than the book, about $200 higher than the book. Came out to, $4,900. And that's a 2006 Sportster 1200 Custom. Okay, it matches the blue book. You know, that's good. And it was almost in excellent condition. Okay, this guy, this salesman at this San Jacinto Harley Davidson, he comes out and he says, the total is $5,897. And I'm like, wait a minute, sir, excuse me. And he's like, what? And I said, okay, the tax on the $4,900 is 6.25%. or 6 1/4 per dollar. I figured that out. I came up with $5,400 or $5,384, and then I subtracted the figure he gave me, $5,897, and I said, "What is this other $613 for?" And he said, "Oh, that's service freight charges." And I said, "Service freight charges for what?" And he said, "Oh, it's just a requirement, we have to do it." And I said, "Sir, no, it's not." I said, "You're already selling for $200 above the book value of the motorcycle for it to be in excellent condition. Okay, you're already $200 above that, and then you're adding $613 when I didn't have service done to the bike." And he said, "Well, sir, Earl, you will find that all the dealerships do that." And you know what? Most of them are. I noticed Stubb Cycles is doing that. And if you people overhear it, hey, I'm not trying to hurt your sales. And you can take me to civil court, go ahead. But, you know, here's what I'm going to tell a judge as far as a defendant. I'm going to say, "Excuse me, but service that has not occurred is an act of extortion. And the act of extortion, if it is enforced by federal law, is punishable by jail. Plain, pure, and simple. Okay? Have it how you shall, but, you know, I'm just telling what some people tried to do to me. I mean, it's factual, and there you go, but because of this, I would love to have another Harley, but I'm the cash buyer, and I do not have to show that seller proof of liability insurance. I do not have to allow that seller, after I have already given my cash to the seller, for them to give that motor vehicle to some chancy state inspector, you know, which might be somebody's rug rat, to only make up lies that I have to give them a bunch of money. No. Cash is king. Now, financing, I can understand that, but not when you're a cash buyer. But I'm just giving you people a little bit of advice. So here's what this leaves me up, or leaves me with. Either I'm going to buy from an individual, I'll get the blue title from them and say sign the front, sign the back, and then I'll make sure the VIN matches the VIN on the engine and the neck of the motorcycle, where VINs are on most Harleys, and that they sign on a title application as the seller. And then I will take those two pieces of paper with the keys and the bike, and then I will give them the money. Hey, you know, so the dealers are going to lose out. But, you know, anyway, hope you're all having a good day. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of people out there will agree with me, I mean, on this. And, hey, let's fight for our rights. Because what these Harley dealers, like that one that I told that was adding 613, they were committing a federal crime, people. See, and I know how they would try to defend that. Like, if I took them to court, per se, or whatever, here's what they'd say. They'd say, well, service was done on the bike after, we figured the total service was done and the buyer paid it because they were willing to. See, that's how they would defend. They wouldn't tell the judge or the jury, though. They wouldn't say that the salesman told Earl, we require all people to do that, and if you won't pay that, we cannot sell you the motorcycle. See, that's where the crime occurred, right there. A crime occurred. And, I would also be able to defend in that court of law. I'd be able to say, they never gave me services that were done to this motor vehicle, which I asked for. I said, well, then show me services performed on this vehicle. And they said, well, we don't do that. Oh, okay. But then they're saying it's a requirement and they can do it, which, they're committing something that's illegal. They're outrightly stealing. I mean, that's called extortion, plain, pure, and simple. But anyway, have a good day, everyone, or evening.